Pockets filled with money, these young people are seeking dangerous thrills and excitement in semi-darkened taverns, where jukeboxes and dance floors often lead to trouble.
Okay, welcome back to Monsterhearts Kingsport 1943, the ongoing saga of a crazy little Lovecraftian town with monsters in it. So many monsters when you get down to it. I'm Kat Rahman, and I'm joined by my fantastic cast once again. So why don't we start with my longtime collaborator, Serafina, who is playing Astrid, the unicorn.
Astrid, the unicorn. She's just so good and so pure. Yeah, I'm Serafina. This is way out of character for me. She is so gentle and good and pure and innocent and true. And at the end of last session, she realized that there are unicorn hunters in the town, or at least that there is somebody who is interested in threatening her. So she's a little freaked out.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, the government isn't going to do you any harm.
Oh, why would that?
Unicorn. All right. Next up, on a decidedly other end of that axis is Joe, who's playing Selina, our Fae.
Yep, I'm playing Selina Vale. She's definitely not good and pure. She's, wrong side of track. She likes to get into trouble, steal stuff. She stole the gift of the Fae, and now the courts are coming to court her. She accepted an emerald necklace, which, and she was promised everything will be fine, not to worry about it. So I don't think everything will be fine. And but we'll see. We'll see the chaos that ensues. She still has tea time to attend.
Hey, I'm supposed to say what honesty demands. So everything is going to be... next up is Jesse, who's playing Edward, our ghoul.
Hi, so I'm playing Edward the Ghoul, and hungry for thrills, and now, thanks to gazing into the abyss of some Fancy Pants Fae, also hungry for Selina, and I'm sure that'll turn out fine. I heard a rumor it might. Guess we'll see.
I mean, usually it ends up okay for most people. And finally, our other original Kingsporter, Bethany, who's playing Lawrence the Sasquatch.
Yeah, hi. Lawrence is... I think we discovered last week that Lawrence is an overly trusting dumbass. He's the Sasquatch, and he's a... He just moved here and from somewhere in the Midwest, and is he's a trusting dumbass. That's really everything that happened last session kind of reinforced that.
Yeah, he's a sweet trusting dumbass. So
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a trusting dumbass, be a sweet one. Let's go over quickly some safety stuff, because I like to do that on camera now. So we do use the X card. The X card is our way that we can make sure that content we are not comfortable with does not get into the game. You can X card for any reason, and you don't have to tell us why. Just do this, or say X card, or if you want to use the roll for your party interface, there's an X card on that too. We also use lines and veils. Our current lines are sexual assault and romantic coercion, which I think were left over from a previous time. But you know what the hell? They're good ones. And veiling explicit child abuse and sex. So if we need any updates to that, just let me know, either here or in the chat. And by the way, I do welcome us to use the technology that we are given. And if you need to get my attention for any reason, just write something in the chat room, and that way we can talk without interrupting the fabulous work done by everybody. Cool. So, where shall we begin tonight, folks? We have Astrid being threatened, Lawrence encountering a ally, and I don't know what Edward's doing.
Yeah, where last you left me, Selina had decided that she needed to go get tea with the teddy bear. And I think I'm tailing her. I think is what's happening. She smells real good, and I don't know why, but I think I just gotta sort of follow her and try not to be seen.
Are you heedlessly pursuing your hunger, Edward?
Oh, I very much am.
Cool. That's what it's there. Well then, it sounds like we probably need to just kick off with that perverse scene. So, tell me, Selina, where are you having the tea? I mean, yeah, make up something about this.
Oh, yeah. I guess there's probably a coffee shop, or no, coffee shops weren't a thing, were they? I guess at a diner.
Tea at a diner, huh?
I don't know. I don't know much about the.
There probably is some kind of
There's probably some kind of like
little
fancy
tea
old
or
lady
something.
tea shop.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like some of those like.
I feel like I was given a location, and it's like one of those things where I step in, and I'm like, "Oh, this is clearly not where I was," but like I still am, or like because she promised that it would be on Earth,
right
in my realm.
Yeah. There used to be, when my parents lived in Vermont, there used to be this lovely little super frilly Victorian tea house that made the best scones.
We'll go with something like that then. And I'm like, oh boy.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, so what's the detail that makes you realize that this place is probably enchanted?
There's like, it's so clean. It's like there's not a speck of like dust or grime even on the exterior. And yet like nobody's noticing it.
Cool. And what was Selina's favorite book growing up as a little girl? As a little girl.
What's good options? I don't know when things were written.
Fair enough. I mean,
yeah.
There's Alice. There's
okay.
Pippi I think might have been written by this time. Anna Green Gables, I think, definitely was.
I'll go with. Was Wizard of Oz written back by then?
Yep. Yeah, that's actually turned.
I mean, the movie only like came out like a couple years ago, so.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll go with Wizard of Oz.
Oh, fantastic! Fantastic. Okay, cool. So you walk in and you're looking around, and a short little guy dressed in a blue waistcoat and a coat comes walking up. He's like, "Greetings! You must be Miss Vale."
Yeah, that's correct.
We have your table ready for you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Right. So lead the way.
All right, so he takes you to a very cute little round table with a frilly tablecloth and a bistro chair made out of wrought iron. And I want to know where Edward is.
So, what's this, does the place have like glass windows? Like, is it kind of like what's the exterior like? Can I see in from the outside?
I'd imagine one of them old Victorian style houses, with the turret roof, the turret on one side and big windows and some kind of porch. So you could probably hop up on the porch. And
so if it's got those like kind of, are you maybe you're seated in the turret? Is that a cool?
I like that.
And so if it has, a friend of mine growing up actually lived in this house that I'm picturing now with an enormous turret, and like it had one of those, I don't know the architectural term, but it was kind of like a window that extended out on the first floor that was like it wasn't the full length of the room, but it was like it was relatively low. I think I'm just sort of like standing there, and like I'm about eye level with the windowsill with the bottom, so like I'm like on my toes and my eyes are like peeking in, kind of like that. I like duck down and I peek back up. I look and I duck down and I peek back up, and maybe like the windows open a little bit so I can hear what's going on. We cool with that?
Fantastic.
Great.
I'm cool with that. Awesome. Okay, so you're sitting there waiting for your tea, and out comes this insanely beautiful woman wearing an emerald green dress. It's huge. It's poofy. It spreads out all over the place. She has some sort of wand and or scepter, and is wearing a diadem set with emeralds. You must be Selina. I am so happy to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. Do I curtsy or?
Oh, you don't have to show any of obeisance to me. You don't have to.
It's. I guess it's respectful. So I don't know.
Very good. Cool. Like, do you take lemon with your tea or cream, or how do you take it?
Oh, yeah, sure. Cream and sugar, I guess. I don't.
Excellent. Let me just order that from my servants. And I'm so delighted to meet you, Selina. Tell me 2 things. First, tell me.
Will you tell? Who am I addressing?
Oh, what would you like to call me?
I'd like to call you by your name.
I've had a lot of different names, dearie.
Oh, which one's your favorite?
Well, I suppose you could call me Ozma, but that's really not quite accurate. And Gloriana seems to have gone out. I guess we'll have to settle on Titania.
All right, Titania. You had a question, or more than one?
Yes, I do. I have 2 questions. First, what's your heart's desire? And second, have you talked to anybody who works for my husband?
I don't know, and more than likely,
How, you don't know your heart's desire?
I mean, not off the top of my head.
Huh.
I mean, sometimes things I desire change moment from moment, but right now, fuck if I know.
I know the feeling immensely. My mind changes constantly. How intriguing that you can't decide on something, though. Usually when I ask them what they want, of course, if they're men or, well, generally men, and of a certain age, they usually desire me. But I can understand that maybe that's not what you want. There's nothing.
I mean, I'm flattered, but we just met, and
Oh, that's never stopped me before, dear.
you're a bit old for me, probably.
What's age when you're a timeless immortal spirit, that manifestation of a concept?
I am not a manifestation of a concept, though.
Well, there we get to the nub of it now, don't we, my dear? That you thought you might pull one over on us somehow and acquire this power without ever having to pay for it, but the Fae always pay what they take, and we repay what we are given.
Look, I look at it as a fair transaction. I let them go, and they gave me some power. That was a trade.
A trade. Yes, well, mortals always think that they get the better of a bargain with us, but it almost never works that way. except for the occasional clever Gus or Tamlin. But he had help. Nobody's helping you, you know. You're kind of all alone.
I'm not all alone.
That's good.
I climb in through the window in that moment.
What the fuck?
Oh, my dear boy.
Just here,
Come
looking out,
to
looking out,
me.
looking out for my friend, and I just seemed like you needed to know that she wasn't alone.
My dear boy, you stink of someone who has made a bargain with my husband.
I mean, I talked to Fancy Pants. Are you married to Fancy Pants? You all right, Selina? You doing good?
I was doing great. I was doing great.
Yes.
You seemed like
You do know that this was a private party, right? And it's only because I agreed to visit Miss Vale on Earth instead of being ever so much more comfortable in my place that you're even able to get this close. Normally, those who get too close find themselves blinded by my glory.
I get a little bit closer and I smell. And I say, Selina smells better than you. And I go and I sit down next. Well, I guess there's no chair, but I put my hand on her shoulder.
I just look at you like, what?
I have no idea what's going on in my head. Like, I am just like overcome by hunger, I guess, by like this need to be near you.
Little boy lost all alone in the cold and the dark. What did he promise you? To keep that little heart of yours beating from fear for the rest of your life? If you can call it a life? Do you really think you can outrun Anuan forever? Because he can't. He always claims his own.
So long as I get to keep running, it'll be a hell of a good time, though, right?
Yes, so long as you keep running.
So what is it you want, Titania?
Oh, I want your service.
And what does that entail?
You would come and be a part of my court. You'd be my favorite, and you would do things that would please me. Humans usually come up with interesting ideas in that way. There's nothing quite so cruel as a human when it comes to humans. I've learned so much from you over the centuries.
Okay, that's interesting. But what's your offer?
Oh, what do I give you?
Yeah.
I give you your heart's desire. Whatever I give it to you. That is what I do.
So, and then, okay. But like, all right. I guess that's a fair trade, but how's that going to work when I'm not really sure what I want? Like, what if I want a lot of things? Are you going to give me a lot of things?
That depends how good a servant you are now.
Yeah, I don't really. What if my heart's desire is to not serve anyone?
Well, then, I'm afraid it's far, far too late for you to make that decision, dearie.
Great. Great. Okay, well, this was lovely meeting you.
But I haven't given you a present. Don't you want a present?
I mean,
you don't need anything from her.
Is it freely given with no strings attached?
Yes.
I'm gonna guess. Oh, that was unexpected. Okay, sure. I mean, like, yeah, and I'll let you and or your husband's servants know my decision.
Yes.
At
Well,
some
we'll be
point.
coming and asking for it. I think you can count on that.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, what do you need at this moment, Selina?
Nothing you can give her.
I have no clue. Well, someone I go to class with could I knocked a few of their teeth out. Maybe you could fix that for me.
Let me get this straight. You just asked the Queen of Fairy to do something with the goose. You want it to come back. Is that what it is? You want me to do nice to another mortal. All right. That's such a lovely sentiment.
Yeah, it'll just mostly get her off my back, so. Well, probably not, but.
All right. I'll see what I can. What a charming thought. You can go, Selina.
Thanks. Get the fuck out of here, Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I haven't dismissed your friend. Just you.
Boy.
I'm with her.
Well, yeah, he's with me.
That's. I had a hound once. Well, that's what his name translated to. You like to run, don't you?
You know, mostly towards stuff. But yeah.
All right. Very good.
Right now I want to run with her.
And run you shall, my thoroughbred. And run you shall. And Selina, you find yourself in the street next to a beautiful chestnut stallion. Edward, you find yourself standing on 4 legs next to Selina.
What the fuck?
I sort of like nuzzle her neck.
It's exactly. I'm like just push. What the fuck?
Nuzzle.
Yeah, that's
Do
what
I get to roll with hot for that?
We're decidedly not going there.
Sounds good.
The fuck is this?
Seriously asked that in a game run by someone named Catherine? Seriously?
Point taken.
I would love to know what Astrid is up, because I was wondering if maybe Astrid and Lawrence might at some point get closer.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we pick up? I think Astrid's freaked out. And she and Lawrence had that conversation about people that are like after people like us. So maybe I go looking for him. Where's Lawrence live?
Sorry, what I missed that last little bit you said.
Oh, where does Lawrence live?
That is a good question. See, his dad works at the docks, so like probably somewhere in that general area.
Somewhere close enough that he can like commute to work.
Yeah, I think when Lawrence was looking at boats to steal, that was not far from home.
Great. So yeah, I think I leave the friendlies and just sort of start walking, and then I wind up at Lawrence's house. And I just kind of walk up and knock on the door. What's that?
Is Lawrence to home?
Yeah, is Lawrence home, or does his dad
Uh,
answer?
Yeah. I think Astrid.
She like looks.
You're skipping school.
She looks like white. Yeah.
I can't believe it. That's.
I don't know what time it is really right now. Can I come in?
Yeah. Come on. I mean, yeah.
So
It's-
I think Andrew. I think something bad might happen.
Andrew.
Yeah.
That.
He seems to have some sort of connection with the people working up on the hill. And when I mentioned that we were there, he threatened me, and I don't want to be by myself. And
No.
you seem like a good person to come to. I don't know. I'm sorry. I should go.
No. Stay. So okay. So Andrew works up there. Okay.
I think so.
I thought he was in Europe, but okay, cool. That's wow. Okay, and so now he knows we were up there. Does he know anything else other than we were just there?
I didn't tell him anything else. I don't like lying, but I just didn't say. But I think he knows because I mentioned that we saw people, because I couldn't not say that we saw people because we saw people, and because I don't like lying. And so I think that he knows that we saw like people.
Right. Okay. He doesn't know that we took people with us, though. Okay.
No,
good.
but I feel like a natural thing for him to do might be to break into my home.
Yeah.
Kill me or follow me around. I don't know. I'm not good at espionage.
God, neither am I. I think. I don't know anybody. Selina might be.
Selina does seem kind.
If anybody is. But yeah, I don't think you or should go anywhere alone. I think you're absolutely right about that. We got to get that guy out of town.
Yeah, maybe
not just out of your house, just like Ashley from class.
Yeah.
I guess this Noah guy is her like cousin or something.
That makes sense.
They talk alike. When Ashley's not.
She sort of smells like the ocean.
Yeah, I'm. Anyway, they have a church here.
Oh, maybe we could bring him to the church.
Yeah. It's just, yeah. I mean, let them. He's their people.
Great. Yes, they might even know how to take care of him better than I do.
Yeah.
Because I have
exactly
going through. And then maybe
right.
Andrew won't search my house and arrest or kill me. That would be nice.
Right. Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good.
Where's the church? Should we go there first? Should we go there on our own? What should we do? I don't know how to make plans.
Okay. We can either sneak him out of your house to the church now, or we can go there and get them to come back with us and pick him up. But I don't know for sure that they will. Like Ashley didn't say anything for sure on that.
We can go ask. It's better to not move him without knowing that they'll take him.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we take him there, like they have to take him, right?
I don't know. Maybe not.
They're a church. They're supposed to. I don't know.
They're
okay, let's go.
Church though, like who knows what their feelings are on charity.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's just go there first and talk to them and ask them, and maybe we can get them to to like come and pick him up from your house,
sounds
and
like a great plan.
then we're done, and he's taken care of, and
no one
nobody
threatens me and the friendlies anymore.
Exactly, everything will be good.
I'm never gonna have a root beer float again.
Is it? Oh, at Friendly's? Yeah.
Great. We should go there. Should we bring the others? Should we go alone? Should we go now? What should we do?
I think we should go now. I don't think we have time to find the others.
Let's do that. Good.
Okay.
They're very good at planning.
Yeah.
Wow. Great.
Okay. So, I guess Selina going to the friendlies, huh?
Go away,
With a horse.
I guess I'm like grazing on the grass next to the parking lot. I'm trying to stay as close to Selina as I can because I don't know what to do. And she just smells so good.
It's a horse. Oh, God.
No, I got nothing.
It's like this is the worst Sailor season of Sailor Moon with that stupid horse boyfriend.
Do I get a mask?
Yeah, this is gonna get fixed in post. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you get to the friendlies, and you see standing in front of it, Andrew dressed in his dress marine uniform. It's like, hey there, Selina.
Oh, Andrew. Hey. I thought you were sent overseas.
Yeah, I got, we had some problems out there, but it's okay now. Well, I'm still doing some work with, the War Department, that sort of thing. Nice horse.
Yeah, this thing won't leave me alone. Fucking weird.
Join the polo team or something? Yeah. Join the cavalry?
Yeah, like yeah, like I can afford a horse.
I mean, it's just following you around. It's kind of a little queer here,
Yeah, I keep like throwing things at it, but it just keeps following me. And I'm like, what the?
Yeah. Them horses. They, I guess, they're loyal or something. Listen, you seen that that skelly guy Eddie around? Eddie Merriman. Kind of looking for him. I gotta ask him a couple questions. Nothing important.
Yeah, I had lunch with him earlier. That's about it.
Oh, okay. You don't know where he is now, huh?
No.
If you saw him, you'd tell me, right, Selina?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, that's good. Oh, by the way, I heard a rumor that maybe you were up on the head the other day.
Wait, which day?
That was a couple of nights ago.
Went up there last week, I remember.
Oh, okay. You ain't been up there recent. Because, that place is off limits. It's pretty, it's hush stuff,
When have you ever known me to care about limits, though?
Yeah, that's why, you wouldn't lie to me, Selina, because I'd really hate if you lied to me. And, if I found out later, it'd be such a disappointment.
Yeah, because you were always known for playing by the books.
Within reason,
Like, come off it. Come off it, Andy.
Ah, come on, Selina, you can't be like that. I was like a little sweet on me or something, right?
Well, I mean, we hung out more than a few times. You were the one that can't ask me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
So just
I
because
mean,
you
don't
got
worry
a
about that.
just because you got a nicer suit now, it doesn't mean you're a different person.
Yeah, no, the suit don't mean I'm different, that's for sure. Yeah, listen, if you see Eddie, you let me know. And, you know, if there's anything you want to ask me or talk to me about, here's my number. And you just call that, you ask for me, I'll come find you. You get in any trouble, you just let me know, I'll get you out of it.
You promise you'll get me out of trouble?
Yeah, I promise I'll get you out of it. Anything
Cool.
for you, kiddo.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and, if you see your friend Astrid, just let her know. I still gotta ask her some questions, okay?
Astrid.
Yeah, we gotta chase a bunch of red ends. It's all red tape. It's all red tape garbage, you know.
The goodiest two shoes of goody two shoes?
I don't know. Maybe they want to hit her up for some war bonds or something.
All right. You know, keep an eye out for her. Probably just see her in class. You know, because we're students.
Yeah. You just let her know that, you know, I might come and, you know, call on her house or something. You know, I'll just go up there, and if she's not there, I'll leave a note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great talking.
I'll be seeing you. Yeah. You take care there, Seabiscuit. So, Edward, you're in quite the predicament here.
I am. This is, you know, you fuck with the Faery Queen.
I suppose nothing prevents you from gazing into the abyss.
I guess that's true. I wasn't right. I think that's probably the. At this point, I think like I sat through that conversation and I have this like. Well, let me ask you a question. I think part of the reason I'm comfortable in this horse body is that I feel alive again. Right? Like this is a flesh and blood, heart pumping, like animal body, right?
For the moment, yes.
For the moment, right? And so, like, I think part of what's starting to happen here. So is that like I'm both intoxicated by my hunger for Selina, which I'm not sure where it's coming from if I don't have my ghoul body, but like that's there. It's in my, I guess, because it's not mine. And I'm intoxicated by like the feeling of this like horse heart pumping. And I think when he talks about going to pay a visit to Astrid, and I know Andrew. I don't want him paying a visit to Astrid, but I'm also sort of like, so I think my heart is just beating like faster and faster and faster, and like the rhythm of it is like pumping blood into my brain, and I'm like starting to sort of like my horse eyes and my horse ears are like my horse like shutting out the environment, and I think I'm like finding the abyss in that rhythm. It's like very different from when I would like be getting closer to death. It's like I'm more and more alive.
Sounds good to me. Why don't you roll them bones?
Yeah. Roll that low dark. That is a 1, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm so happy. Okie dokie. So your heart and mind flesh open up to the abyss, and you find yourself galloping through a green field under the stars. And as you gallop up, you see there's a figure standing up ahead. And as you get closer, it's this stunningly attractive woman wearing a black riding coat, wears thigh-high boots. She's got the crop in one hand, the riding helmet. Her skin is some mahogany hue maybe, and her hair is jet black. And she's like, "Oh, quite the predicament you find yourself in, don't it? You're fairy horse, huh?"
I'm a horse.
Well, a simulacrum of one. Maybe.
So I feel like a horse. It's kind of nice.
Yes, well, I suppose we could remove that from you, if we were so inclined.
What's that?
Tell me, what on earth would lead you to get in trouble with the Faery Queen? Is she up to one of her little tricks? Are they playing for party favors again?
She said something about her husband, and she wants my. I don't know even why I'm telling you this shit. She's telling my friend, and like I'm very like worked up at this point, and I'm like a little bit don't know which way is up.
Their games are so silly, and sometimes I just find myself intervening in them because I can't help myself. It's just rather ridiculous, the whole thing. Rules.
Who are you?
Oh, me? Oh, well, people called me all sorts of things. What would you like to call me?
What do you like to be called?
Well, mostly my job is to tell people things.
Okay. So you want me to call you tell people things? All right, riding hat. You're riding hat now.
Fair enough. I suppose I deserve that. I guess you could have called me Pony Express. That would have been much worse. Child of the dead. You are playing in this game, and it just seems rather silly to me that you're doing that. I mean, whatever do you think you'll gain? Why are you playing by the rules of the Fae? You're not of that realm. You're dead, you know.
I can break their rules. Now I'm excited.
Oh, child of mine. Well, not exactly. My dear boy, my main thing that I partake in is shortcuts. Would you like a shortcut?
I like to fight dirty.
My clever lad. Fighting dirty. Well, I mean, I would say that's the way I always fight, except if you don't know how to fight clean, then it really doesn't count. My dear child, I would love if you would merely return and inject a little chaos into the proceedings. I do ever love that.
Inject a little. I'm sorry, I just didn't hear that.
Inject a little chaos into things. I do ever so love that.
I can. Chaos is when the good stuff happens, right? It's when the fists fly and when things move quick.
Generally, yes. I know I can't do anything about it. Hmm? Oh,
for that.
Oh, that's wonderful. I may ask you to do one or two nice things for me at some point, but there shan't be anything you're not capable of, I don't think. I mean, of course, Edward, you and I both know that you're capable of a great many things, or else why ever would I have brought you back?
think like I let that sink in for a second, and then I'm like, shake my head and like, so point me where you want me to go. Point me in the direction of my friends.
My dear boy, one does not point a hand grenade, one simply lobs it. Now off that ridiculous horse suit and get to work. And after that, you find yourself naked in a field of your choice. If you wish to be on Astrid's front lawn, knock yourself out.
Naked on Astrid's front lawn is exactly where I want to be. And my body does not look great if I'm me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You look pretty horrible.
That will be interesting. I had a so what is the abyss's hunger?
Chaos.
Fantastic. I'm not sure that's one I can ever sate, but that's fine.
Well, considering who you just made a deal with, that not sating it is probably part of it.
I would like that XP, but also I would also like that chaos. So
we'll work thing out. I'm not going to keep you. I'm not going to keep a clever ghoul from his XP. It is such a shame that Astrid is not the home, isn't it? Unless she might happen to be driving up to change into something more appropriate to pay call on a weird esoteric church.
I'm down with that because I find discovering a naked Edward apparating on my front lawn too good to miss.
Is Lawrence with you?
Yeah, I would think so. Unless Lawrence wants to meet you at the church. And
well, no, after your whole, like, somebody's following me and threatening me thing, I think I'm going to, like, be like, oh, we should buddy system. Buddy system's good. You know?
Together. Great. So we're driving up, and Edward appears naked on my front lawn. Cool. Cool. Is that Edward?
Yeah, that's Edward.
That's Edward.
What the hell is he doing?
He's naked.
Never mind. It's Edward. Yeah,
there is a blanket in the trunk of my car. Would you please just
just to be clear, one thing I think you can't avoid noticing before you look away in that brief second is the fact that my body is covered with these, pooled bruises and like not oozing, but these open cuts that are just sort of there. Yeah.
Edward. It makes me so sad. Cover him up, and then let's get him inside.
Yeah, I get out of the car and find the blanket where you said it was. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you?
I'm sure the butler opens the door. And it's just like,
here, have to take the blanket. But
yeah.
Oh my god, who did?
Right, I sit right up straight.
Did you get like 10 fights?
The second Lawrence gets over to me, I sit right up straight and I pull the blanket around me and I'm like, no new fights today. But
Edward, are you okay?
Yeah, I think Andy's coming to look for you.
Oh no. Now?
No.
I have no idea how long ago he said it, but he said something to Selina and I was there. Sorta, kinda, a little bit. But now I'm here and I think Andy's, maybe he left. I actually don't know, but he was looking for you for sure and said he was coming here.
Great. Why don't we get you inside and see to whatever's happened to you, and then
I'm okay.
Lawrence and I have an appointment.
Yeah, we should get out of here as soon as possible and take him with us, and maybe also Noah. If
are there some
if Andy's not coming here alone, then
yeah. Fine, I'll go get Noah and I'll get you some clothes. Get in the car. I'll be right back.
Sure. I don't get in the car. I stand outside the car, wrapped in the blanket, just kind of like watching down the driveway and looking, like scanning around.
Yeah.
Not like you feel the cold, right?
No.
I run into the house and tell my butler to go get me some clothes and go straight for Noah.
Clothes for you, Mum?
No, for Edward, the young man in the car. You can probably eyeball his measurements.
Yes, I suppose one could measure most of him at a glance in his current state, Mum.
I would rather not speak of the things that we can measure now that he has disrobed. But please, just bring him some clothing. He's clearly had an ordeal, and the young man shouldn't be standing naked outside, but I need to get him home.
Shoes, I shout. Shoes would be more important, really.
Miss Astrid, it's hardly my place to say, but it does seem to me that I must report this to your court, and I'm sure she'll be quite displeased.
Displeased because someone in need appeared on our front lawn, and I did everything in my power to see that he was taken care of?
It may be so bold, Miss Astrid. A naked man appeared on your lawn.
Would the state of his dress be something that would move me to less charity?
Roll plus cold, please.
Can I roll a 6? Oh no, that's not me. I roll a 6 and it is an 8.
Damn, you're in a cold. Cool. What do you want to do to him?
I draw myself up to my full height, and I look a lot like my mother when I do this. And I look at him and I say, what's his name? William. His name
Grady.
Grady.
William. Grady.
Yeah. William Grady. It's fine. I say, actually, and we call him Grady, except right now. I look him in the face and say, excuse me, William. I didn't realize that I was going to be called to account in my own home for the ways that I treat those in need. Please do as I say, and do it instantly.
You giving him a condition?
I am cowed.
Perfect. Cool. But I have to give you a condition,
No.
don't I?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't cruel.
Haughty.
That's what I was saying. Haughty. Yeah.
Okie dokie. But he goes and fetches, like, you know, his ratty working around the garden clothes.
Sounds fine. I go to find Noah.
Cool. All right. So Noah is where you left him.
Yep.
He's not sitting on his bunk. He's just kind of sitting on a pillow in the middle of the floor.
Yeah. Noah, can you come with me?
Is there trouble?
There is. A young man who I used to know from the army threatened me today, and said that he was coming here. And I'm afraid that when he says that he's coming here, what he means is an entire battalion of soldiers, and what he's going to do is find you, drag you out of here, kill you, and probably arrest me. So, chop chop.
I have no items to pack and no valise to carry them, so
Great.
I'm yours to deal with. But perhaps it'd be better if I ran off and not leave thee to be interrogated by the army type.
I will not abandon you in your hour of need. I think that we are going to find you another safe haven.
Thou art too kind to me, Mum, but I'll come with ye.
I just go, it runs in the family and lead him out of the house. Yeah. Great. Unfortunately,
I'm pretty sure you gained integrity there.
oh, that makes sense. 2. Yeah, when I follow through on something important.
Yep. Cool. So you sneak Noah, I guess, around the back. There's probably an exit to the surface from from this room, given that it's an underground railway station.
Yes.
So you're able to, have Lawrence pull up the car, and you dump Noah in the trunk again.
Sorry, Noah.
This time with a pillow, so it's a little more comfortable. Maybe a bottle of salt water.
Yeah. So then we all get into the car. Edward's dressed, and we leave.
Excellent.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is Grady exceptionally tall or exceptionally short?
I think he's pretty tall.
Right. So these clothes are way too big for me.
Way too big. Oh, poor Edward.
Poor Edward. So what's Selina up to now?
She was at Friendlies. Otherwise, she's got like no real clue other than we still got to deal with that creep back at Astrid's place. But like, yeah, she's no clue where Eddie went, no clue where this horse that appeared just went. Yeah, kind of at a loss.
Does she maybe go to Astrid's to check on the weird guy?
I mean, that seems like the logical conclusion, but I'll probably get there after you guys left.
I don't know how long it took for
in believable time frames, I would say. But.
Right. Yeah, she does know that Andrew is coming too.
It's true.
I mean, I also don't know how long Edward was in Fairyland and how long Lawrence and I took to get our shit together.
What I think we could do to knot this all together is that Selina would use a device called a telephone.
That's a fair point.
And maybe Astrid would either talk to her or get a note.
Look,
says she's at the Friendlies.
Telephones exist without cellular phones? What?
I know. I mean, you have to ask the operator to ring her now. No, actually, local lines you could dial direct. I'm pretty sure. Operators for long distance.
So yeah, maybe Grady handed me a note after I dressed him down.
Ah, shit, wrong number.
That sounds about
right. Yeah, do you want us to pick you up?
Sure thing.
Great. So yeah, I get the note from Grady, and we scoop you up on our way to the church, which is going to be perfectly normal and totally fine.
Well, I mean, it looks fairly normal from the outside. It just doesn't have a steeple. It looks a little bit more like a Masonic lodge.
Eddie, what the
where
the fuck did you go?
Weird sign.
I places. You know the kind of places I've been. Same kind of places maybe you've been.
What are you wearing?
Don't even fucking don't start, Selina. Not you. You have no right today.
He's wearing my butler's gardening clothes. If you know.
What?
He was naked when he showed up on my front lawn. Lord knows why.
Fuck, Eddie?
I didn't put myself there. Wasn't unhappy when I ended up there. Wish I'd been wearing some skivvies, but at least. But that is what it is.
It was a little overwhelming.
So anyway,
there's
give a rundown.
I don't want people to see.
So I ran into Andy. He's back in town.
We're aware. That's why Noah's in the trunk.
What? Well, yeah.
It occurs to me that you also need to get what's her name? Ashley.
Oh. Gosh, it's a caravan.
Or at least meet her somewhere. Call her and tell her that you're going to meet her at the church.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
So wait, what are we doing? Did we get a boat?
Lawrence, maybe you should explain it.
We're gonna steal a boat later, still, right?
We can still. Well, I mean, yeah, if you want to, we can still steal a boat, but I don't think we're gonna need to. I think so. So it turns out that Noah is a weird sea person, and there's a whole church of them, and we're gonna try to get them to take him in before the army comes and kidnaps him and us and kills us all.
Good refresher.
What the fuck happened while I was gone?
A lot. But
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
I had a meeting with some people that were interested in things I can do. So, I don't need to talk about it. It's you don't need to worry about it.
People who were interested in things you could
Look,
they weren't from the military, were they?
I mean, I met Andy outside Friendlies, but
I mean the people who were interested in things you can do.
no, they're definitely not from the military.
Okay, because they're interested in Noah for things he can do, and we see how that's turning out.
Yeah, this is different.
Well, I'm glad it's different, even though I am still concerned about how evasive you're being.
Don't, Astrid.
I like being mysterious and aloof, Astrid. I thought you enjoyed it.
She's got it under control, I think. And I look Selina right in the eyes with like a little bit of a tilt, right? You've got it.
She just like side eyes you and just like.
Great. I believe both of you so much right now. But luckily we're at the church, and so we can
let's just panic at one thing at once.
Conversation.
Well, why are we dealing with Ashley?
Because she's with this church. She's the one who told me about it. She's the one who told me about them being weird ocean people. And I think she's Noah's cousin or niece or something.
She's got that same look as the Pemberton people who gamble with my dad.
I think just so that we're clear before we enter a house of worship, so that we can be respectful to those who worship there, it should be noted that they are not weird ocean people, but deep ones.
Deep ones. Okay, yeah, cool. And hey, Edward, maybe keep your clothes on.
I didn't take them off.
Yes, under no circumstances should anyone disrobe.
I mean, just while we're in there, right?
Yeah. Yes, feel free to, on your own time, be as naked as you want.
Plan on stripping as soon as we leave, because actually that'd be kind of hot.
I think we should go inside.
You gonna roll to turn me on?
If you think that would turn you, I don't think. I think that was more just awkwardness than intentional trying to turn you on.
It's like, we got to get some dice rolls out.
I mean, if you, I haven't rolled dice, so sure, let's see if it works. I am not hot.
That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
Another opportunity.
I haven't failed a die roll today. I just failed a die roll. There we go.
There it is. Advancement.
Well, that's fun. Cool.
Let's see.
That's interesting. Let me just see something. It's kind of a heavy move, but maybe not yet. Okay. Cool.
I got a good reaction.
Oh, you do. Why don't you do your reaction first?
Since we know it, it was a miss of sorts, and after the shit you pulled on the head with me, seriously, now you're gonna try this?
What?
You invited me to go with you to the head, and then you spent the entire time talking to somebody else, and now you want to flirt with me? Just great job, Larry.
Yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
This is awkward.
Yeah, let's go in.
We go into the church now. She just slowly gets out of the car.
Well, this seems like a lovely time to take our break. A little bit early tonight, but this is
That's fine.
nice act break. So let's come back in about 5 minutes
Great.
and see what happens when you end up at the esoteric Order of Dagon.
Right.
Okie dokie. So, yeah, you're standing outside what looks like a Masonic temple. You know, I mean, it's got weird symbols and pillars and nice big doors, and the doors open up, and Ashley comes out, kind of looking weird and pale, and she sees all of you, like, so many.
Sorry to surprise.
And you have him.
Yes, he's in the trunk.
It's understandable. Come around, bring him around to the back. Do not go into the sanctuary upon pain of death, but the pastor will be pleased to, well, pleased might be a strong word. She'll be glad to, oh, maybe not that either. Shall meet you in his office.
Great. So I'll just drop
Okay.
him in the back and not go in there because of pain of death. Great. Good. This is fine. Drive around the side.
Why? What is this, Astrid?
It is an act of charity in a godless world.
We could have just gotten him a boat.
What would a boat have done for him? He would have just been out on the ocean in a boat.
He said that, didn't he? Say that's what he wanted.
I feel
He
like
wanted to go to the sea, and Ashley said that he didn't have gills yet, so he would drown. So, you know, a boat seemed like, but these people know.
I'm still pro boat theft, guys, just for the record.
Edward,
We can steal a boat later, and you can have it. It's fine, but let's.
I don't really want the boat. I just want to steal it.
So
Okay.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear
So Ashley said he didn't have gills yet, and we're just supposed to accept that.
He doesn't have gills.
I was gonna say,
Because he's a
you guys are
human.
getting very much right.
Why would he have gills? He's
Because
a
he
human.
is a deep one going through a change.
You say that like it should make sense.
Well, there are many things in heaven and earth that are not dreamt of in your philosophy. And she gets out of the car and gets Noah out of the trunk.
Ooh.
Wow, she pulled a Shakespeare plus cold, please.
Kind of into it.
And do. I roll a 10.
That's fantastic. You're not even conditioned by this. What do you wish to do to poor Selina, who's not having the best of days?
Yeah, right. She's having a rough one. I think something about charity or goodness. You know, like Astrid's just so good. And so
Are you trying to give me a condition?
yeah, you get a condition. Maybe
Stingy?
what's that?
Stingy?
Maybe stingy, yeah. Not a bad idea.
Or uncharitable, or
Yeah, charitable.
Uncharitable is good, yeah. Let's do that.
Accurate.
cool. All right. So there's a door in the back of the office, and once you're left side, it's a rather fantastic place. For one thing, there's a wall that is covered with portraits, starting with a gray-haired woman in Puritan dress, down to recent photographs of kind of plump but goggle-eyed young children. I mean, the wall is just literally covered with portraits, and they go from, paintings and slowly turn into daguerreotypes and then slowly turn into better photographs.
Awesome.
One wall is entirely covered with books of the old and, hand-bound variety with incomprehensible symbols on the spine, for the most part. And one room is dominated by his desk. and there are enough chairs that you can all sort of get comfortable. Try sit if you wish, but very shortly the door bangs open, and Ashley and a tall, gaunt figure wearing a black suit of a rather decidedly old-fashioned cut and a Geneva collar comes in. He looks at you all and says, "So many."
Can I do a quick
sorry.
whispered aside with Eddie?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You need to be on. So Eddie,
Absolutely.
I know you're probably tempted, but you got to promise me you're not going to try to sneak into the inner sanctum.
Why would I make that promise? That's a great fucking idea.
Promise me. Look,
No.
we're friends. Just like you got to stick with us. We're here for Astrid, right? You got to promise me you're not going to try that.
My hungers are pulling me in so many different directions.
You get an XP for promising. Remember that.
I know, but I'm so hungry, Selina. I think that's what I say. I think I just say, but I'm so hungry, Selina.
All right, then.
Great. Well, I stride right up to this pastor, I don't know, and introduce myself with one hand out. Astrid Fairchild.
I know that my family.
I thought you might. Then you know why I'm here.
I know why all of thee are here. A sea of troubles thou hast brought upon me. That is not a term I use lightly.
I would
Fairchild. A Fairchild standing here, that I have lived to see the day.
Admittedly, this is not a place that my family frequents, but needs must, and one of yours was in peril.
That he's in peril, I agree. That he is one of ours. That, my dear girl, remaineth to be seen. Sit all of thee down. I would have words with each of you. I mean thou, boy, sit thyself down. Stoppeth thy sidling. As you sit down in the hush that follows, you can definitely hear that in the sanctuary there are people yelling quite loudly. You can't hear what they're saying, and it may not be in English, but they're definitely yelling with a lot of emotional content.
Oh, this is one of those churches where they speak Latin, huh?
Yeah.
That's
actually, some of them might speak Latin, but
they speak Latin properly because they know how it sounds.
Fair. So, you notice he's like avoiding looking at Noah just directly. All right. Ashley told me it was the boy. Speak thy peace. What hath you to do with him?
Me? Or
No,
him?
Lawrence.
The same as all of us. We found him in the woods, and he seemed sick, and so Astrid took him to her house, and it turns out there's people looking for him, and we thought You being the same, you'd know what to do.
The same. Well, when there were an Innsmouth, they were not so keen to call themselves the same as us. The government is looking for this boy, and you have brought him to us. And we are supposed to be a favor to thee for this. Dost thou not understand what to do? We escaped the fate of Innsmouth by the merest of chances.
Oh.
Hey, don't yell at him. This was your churchgoer's idea.
Who art thou?
Does it matter?
Am I to be lectured by one of thee?
I suppose so. I mean, this was Ashley's idea. Ashley said, bring him here. We brought him here. I would have been
Look, are you going to help him or not?
giving him a boat and sending him on his way.
The question is not so simple as that, child of the forest. To help or not help? What is in this matter? We do not know whether his blood runs true still. If he still be a salt man. What if the change goes wrong? It has gone wrong before. He's not the first of the returnees.
I would venture that you would know better than any, with all your great wisdom, how to help him if that were true.
That as cannot change, we leave upon the land. Them as can change, go to the waves. Them as can do neither, doth happen. Our blood is not as pure, if you wish to call it that, as the Innsmouthers.
Have
It
you
matters.
talked to the guy yet? Because maybe you should deal more with him than with us.
Girl, you've brought him to my threshold.
We were told to bring him to your threshold.
By the Innsmouth girl. Yes.
So you want to yell at someone? Yell at her.
Why don't you roll plus cold, please?
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm shutting this person down. Oh, this will be bad. Maybe I'll get that XP.
Eat it.
-1. Yeah, get that XP.
How wonderful. Oh my gosh, what is your... No, not yet. Okay. All right. Why do I yell at thee? Because why should I not yell at thee? Thou could be agents of the Gentiles and the government sent here with him. He could be a spy, and thou could have arrived here to drive down into the ground the last free community on these shores.
I am
Safe.
offended that you would think that I would come here with pretense. I, of all people.
Thy kind is always taking offense.
I pop up in his
Thou
face.
could be an unwitting dupe of the Gentiles. They are clever. I give them that. They have invented many things in my life.
I think as he says that, I pop up in his face and I say, whose kind are you? What kind are you accusing her of being? I have no idea.
You don't.
Maybe
Well, that is
this is not the time to talk about that.
And what does it matter? And I'm like really up in his grill. You heard Selina. This isn't any of our fault.
Never had the children of the forest brought any fortune to this benighted town.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think that's necessarily true.
There are many kindreds in this world, girl. You belong to one now, whether thou admit it or not. The courts of the Fae have come for thee. I wish you luck. 'Tis a hard matter. You'd probably be prepared to be the sacrifice to the tithe of hell. But 'tis none of my business. It was your choice. As for your little dead friend, I can speak neither for or against it. 'Tis a form of magic used by all. And as for the other two, well, difficult to say exactly what the Fairchilds are. Children of the forest, perhaps. Children of the courts of the Fae, maybe. Lawrence is of the other kindred.
So you know all this.
Of course I know all this.
Why the hell do you think we'd be working with the government?
They've turned thee against us, as they turned the witches against us once.
You don't think they'd have anything better to do with us?
I cannot stay upon the minds of people that would destroy the world.
So as he says that, I like back off from him a little bit, but not back towards my seat, but just slightly towards the direction of the sanctum.
Understood. Understood.
I give you my solemn vow that I am not a dupe of the government.
And how would thou know if that was a dupe? Thy kind is ever so innocent.
Innocent does not mean foolish.
My life is beset by nothing but Kirky's, Eris Moab's arrogance that gave me this curse. We cannot take the boy here. It is far too dangerous to the rest of the free folk who live here. He cannot return to your house, for thou art known if Ashley speaketh true. So what shall we do with him if thou would protect him? What will thou do if the change goes wrong?
That's what we're here to ask.
Well, what does thou think we do to them?
I don't know.
What the fuck should we know?
If I were to take a guess, I think I know what you would do with him if the change went wrong. But I think
painful to live in that state. Their mind is destroyed. They become like the beasts. This is not fit fate for a man.
Sometimes death is a mercy.
That I trust you, Fairchild. That I trust you.
I don't know where we can take him, where he'll be safe. How long till the change comes?
If he is finally he looks at Noah, he's like, hast thou had dreams? Art thou racked during the night? And he's like nodding, like, the change does not bode well for this one. He may have been too far from the water for too long, or he may have been experimented upon or besorcelled. There are many, many weapons that have been used by the children of land against us. And
So,
be it said, in all fairness, we have to take our revenge from time to time.
I'm well aware of your revenge.
That if you cut us, shall we not bleed? Yes, you do need to roll for cool right now, Eddie.
Yeah.
It's gonna go so well.
Okay, I think my cool is good enough to push that up, and it is. I kept my cool and got a 7.
Oh, how wonderful.
I never quite named what I was afraid. I don't know exactly how to keep your cool rule works here when resisting your hunger. Presumably, my fear is that I'm going to give in to my hunger. Right, when I'm trying desperately not to. And the hunger here is, I'm going to say chaos. Probably not, although maybe a little bit of thrills.
So you trying to run into the sanctuary or or just out of the office?
So I'm trying to resist running into the sanctuary, right? Right into the sanctum where we're hearing the chanting from, to sow chaos.
Who do you blame most for your current state of anxiety?
That's got to be Selina. Now, I'm not sure. I'm thinking back. I maybe should have rolled, because Selina's also my hunger, back when she asked me about that promise, but that's done. Yeah, I definitely blame Selina the most for my current state of anxiety. If she hadn't said anything, I would never have thought about it. I am not that bright.
The only way you're going to keep your cool is to take it out on Selina now and in a dramatic fashion.
Made that.
I plop myself down on the bench next to Selina, grab her by the hand, and just take a bite.
Oh.
Not like hard enough to take out flesh, but hard enough to hurt and to get a taste.
Okey-dokey. Selina, take one harm.
All right, yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm fucking sorry, Selina.
I'm gonna punch you right in the nose.
I was so fucking hungry.
Punch you right in the face.
Are you going to punch him?
Yes. He bit me.
Please roll plus volatile.
5 plus 5 is a 10.
Well, that's very good. You're going to inflict harm. Take a harm there, Edward.
And they choke up momentarily before they can react.
Yep.
Oh, this is bad.
I didn't realize you were that low.
Oh yeah, no. This is I get the shit kicked out of me. I
should have taken the promise.
When I can react, I say I rub my face. Where'd you hit me, Selina?
Yeah, right in the face, probably in the nose.
Does it break? Is it
Yeah, sure.
My nose breaks, I think. Everyone here, I guess, has sort of figured out what's going on with me a little bit. She keeps on calling me that dead thing. So I rub my nose and I just kind of snap it, move it back into place, but it's not going to set, right? I said, well, I'm not sure what we're going to do about it. I guess I fucking deserve that one.
You bit her.
And she punched me and my nose is broken and... Shit, Selina. Like I said, can I ask you a question? Is my hunger for Selina sated? Out of curiosity here. Has that done it?
Well, you did bite her.
That's kind of...
I'm going to call that sated.
Okay.
Pick up your XP. Because the next thing that happens is you notice the door that the Reverend is standing to the door. You hear him go, Ezekiel, Isaac, and two guys come in. Literally pick you both up with one hand. They kick open the door, toss you out into the snow. The Reverend just stands there, looks at you, Selina, and says, "Get back to thy whore goddess." Slams the door behind you.
Oh my God.
I don't believe in a god.
Sorry about that. But I can't stand for that sort of irreligiosity in my own chambers.
Astrid pulls herself together very quickly. And it's I am so sorry. That was uncalled for.
We live in dire times. What can I tell thee? time there were that the three peoples lived in greater harmony, even when that Circe was still in town. Glad I was when she went to Dunwich. But that were a very, very long time ago. I don't know what to do with the boy. I know not what to do. How can it be that I am in such straits, and yet here we are? It
Well-
were hard enough that we lost Innsmouth.
Could I? The reason you are in such straits is because you are part of a greater whole. And speaking to your charity, we thought that you would want to help. If you can't keep him, then I will find another way to keep him safe. But I think that he would be safer here with you.
He can't stay at the church. We're far too dangerous to put him with any of us.
Okay, where then?
Dunwich. Take him to Dunwich first.
Okay.
In the forest, it will be darker, easier to hide. And
Okay.
should the change come, Misponic flows near, and from there he could find the waves. I wish you, he turns to Noah, I wish you the blessings of the parents, and your change go gently, and thou returneth to our elders. And he says something in an incomprehensible language, and Noah nods and says something back. There's a certain ritualistic quality to what they're saying. So he tells you, he stands up, and you guys start to pile up, but he grabs Lawrence.
I
Art thou from
take
from this province, boy?
No. I should keep my friends from killing each other.
Hast thou ever visited the forest?
What is this capital letter forest? I've visited lots of forests. I used to go deer hunting with my dad all the time, but I don't think that's the forest you mean. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, it is not. It's just a name. It's just a name of your kindred, boy. I'm but an old man who still speaks things long past. And then he hands you an ornate golden dagger. Should the time
Thanks.
come, use it on him. It would be a mercy.
Yeah, okay.
Have fun with that. Okay.
We should definitely do the scene with the two
Yeah.
of them outside before we come out.
Absolutely. We can definitely cut to you guys.
So maybe the cut happens as I'm saying, after the end of that conversation in the chat, or I'm like, it was. So the thing about being dead, there's nothing there, right? There's nothing.
That doesn't explain why you bit me. You never bit anyone before.
Selina, I'm slow down. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And when I woke up, I was so hungry. Like.
So you have bit people before.
It's not like that entirely.
Well, clearly, this proves otherwise.
It's the first. It is the first time, but like, I'm trying to tell you something here. Like, the only time I wasn't like. Only time I wasn't like starving is when I was out somewhere, like getting roughed up or roughing someone up or stealing a boat, you know, like exciting, like jumping for, and that was great. Don't get me wrong, like that was good. I could like, but after I met with Mr. Fancy Pants, like that was you, kind of. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like I just wanted to be like near you, and like, and then there was that sanctum. I was just like, that would be so fucking exciting. So fucking exciting. But you asked me to promise. I didn't promise. I couldn't promise. But like,
you could have promised.
I knew you wanted me not to go.
Promise is just words.
Just listen for 2 seconds. Like, and so, like, I knew you didn't, and you were there, and I was that thing, that bag, whatever it was, and I just sat down and I had to take a bite. And I'm sorry.
That makes no sense.
And it doesn't have to make sense. It is what it is. So at some point, right, there's this whole conversation has not been that, but like when I tell someone about my death, I give them the condition morbid and roll to turn them on with cold. I'm not sure if that's the first time or just whenever I talk about it. We can take it either way.
I think if you don't, for sure, if they don't have the condition already, this will work.
Right. So I think part of what I was sort of like, I'm what I'm trying to sort of push you is to be like curious about, like, into me. In that like kind of weird morbid dead person way, but also like the curiosity of like, okay, but like you're dead and you want to bite my finger. I don't know. Let's roll and see how the dice go, and then did that make sense?
We'll see.
Right. Oh well. Even with cold, that's a 4. Unless Astrid wants to encourage me somehow, but this might not be the time for that.
I don't know that Astrid is going to silently encourage your roll to make someone else morbid, but I appreciate you handing me that opportunity.
For sure not. All right. So how does this failure go?
Oh, that's easy. That's fine. So,
but still morbid.
Oh yeah, even better.
Wait a minute.
You say that, and just as Selina is about to reply, Edward, a fuzzy blue teddy bear, comes walking around the corner of the house. It's like, "Hi there, I'm Mr. Fuzzy Bottom.
Oh no,
I'm here to kick your ass, Edward."
Wow.
All right. I mean,
we come out.
I'm ready to go.
Let me tell you, Eddie, you pissed her off so much that she said I could take my actual form again. And he takes off his little top hat, pulls out a big red cap, pulls down, shakes his hand, and out comes a huge iron scythe. And slowly starts to grow and turn into a rather fiendish-looking gray-skinned humanoid of about 5 feet tall, with iron boots on.
I just dive at his midriff.
All right, roll, please.
I like that this is what I come outside to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were worried they were going to kill each other, but instead they're going to be killed by this weird guy with a scythe.
All right. Well, that is a much better roll than I have been rolling so far. That's a 10.
Oh, that's excellent. You get to inflict your harm without him getting back. So yeah, you dive into him so fast. He wasn't expecting it. So, with your heart racing, you knock him into the snow. He rolls over you, skids around, comes back up with the scythe. It's like, well, kid, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. You want to try that again now that I'm ready for it?
I mean, doesn't he?
Oh, he takes harm. He takes definitely.
Doesn't he also choke up momentarily?
Yeah, that's why he didn't hit you with that thing you did.
Right, there you go. That's right. Yeah, Lawrence, if you want to jump in with that dagger at any moment, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was.
Like Fuzzy Pants, if you kill my friend, there's no way I'm gonna work for your boss.
Well, that is something. But you know what? I've been on the Dutch with her for a long, long time, so maybe this won't matter to me. And he comes right at Edward with that scythe raised up on high.
Yeah, I think that's when I go in with the dagger that
Yeah.
the priest just handed me.
Yeah, I think the door bangs. Astrid and Noah come out, followed shortly by Lawrence. What do you guys do?
It's just like look to Astrid like this is.
Is this a normal afternoon for you?
It has been. It has been.
Great.
This is why I don't tell you everything.
Great.
My life's fucking weird.
So I guess Lawrence, you wanted to do something with that dagger, huh?
Yeah, I see it coming at Edward with the scythe, and I just run at him with the dagger. I don't think I have the sense to like try to circle around and hit him in the back while he's distracted or anything like that. I think I just like go straight for him and try to stab him.
Okay.
What am I? I'm rolling volatile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do have a good volatile. Good. Yeah. So.
Oh, excellent. Which one of the three do you want to happen?
Crap, I closed the PDF.
They learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you. I decide how bad the harm turns out. You become your darkest self.
I go ahead and decide how bad the harm is. Yeah, that sounds like I feel like he already probably has some idea of who I am or like what I am. So
Okay. I think you slash him and his ear comes flying off. He stops dead. He's like, you cut off my. You know how long I'm waiting to have a real ear again, and you freaking cut it off? Hold on, Ed. I'm gonna deal with this right now. I'm gonna lop something off of you, kid. I don't know what. Yeah, you're nice and big. I got a lot of targets.
Not into that.
And with that,
Nope.
the scythe comes whistling straight at you. You're tall. It's probably coming. He's probably trying to hook you by your knees with the scythe.
right, yeah. I think just like kind of throw myself backward.
I believe you're gonna need to roll to keep your cool then.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, okay, that's better than I thought it was. What's my cold? I think it's below. Yeah, and then,
I think you just pulled it out.
yeah, 7.
Cool. Okay, here's your choice. Either stay and put yourself into the harm, or recognize only at the last minute that he was in fact actually just fainting at you, and watch as he buries the scythe into Edward.
You also have the long fuse move.
I do have the long fuse move, but
When you or someone wrapped in arms would take harm.
Yeah, that definitely apply here. You could negate it.
Would that apply here? Yeah, okay, so I choose the second one, but with the long fuse move.
Cool. What is it that you're naming that you hold dear?
God. I think of something that I would just be able to destroy.
I mean, I'm more than willing to accept metaphysical things here.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say like freedom, but what I really mean is not being drafted.
That would mean you would have to go and volunteer.
That is what that would mean.
Okay. Just so you know, this is a 3-harm scythe because it is enchanted and
Yeah.
wielded by a very angry cap who has spent most of a long, long time as a fuzzy blue teddy bear and is not happy about that.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you realize at the last second he was feinting to whirl around and hit Edward. So you just reach down and grab the scythe, and you don't take the harm from it, but you it's jarring how strong this guy is. And he stops and he looks up at you, and he smiles like, "That one never ends well for you." Wow.
Doesn't
It's
look
daylight.
like
All right. I'll show up later. I'll just go back and report to her. What's she gonna do? Turn me back into a teddy bear? She's gonna do that anyway.
I swing the scythe at him.
I'll just let know who is helping him. See you around, little kid. And he puts back on his top hat and goes back.
Oh.
What, you want to say something?
Oh no! I think right when he's about to put his hat on, I swing the scythe at him.
Oh, please roll plus volatile.
Because this is working out so well for me. 8.
Fantastic. You'll do harm to him, and
I believe in you.
Yes, you can.
I can make that an automatic 10.
you can.
Let's roll selected. Let's see how it goes. I roll a 9.
Let me remember how that works.
So if I roll a 7 to 9, any roll that they just made becomes 10. I think, right?
79, the roll changes from a 79 to a 10.
7 to 9 to a 10. Yeah.
7.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. All right. So you spent that integrity. Good. Okay. All right. So yeah, you bury it in his back and shrieks. Blood spurts everywhere. Way more blood than should be inside his body.
Okay.
And he just sort of spins and sinks into himself. He's like, "I'll see you in hell," or fair or something, and fades away.
Yeah,
I think I just like dropped the scythe. Like, what the hell just happened?
Well, thanks, Larry.
Yeah, no problem.
I guess I owe you big time there.
I guess so. What? Who the hell did I just murder?
That was Mr. Fuzzy Bottom Pants. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
He was a red cap. Oh my god, for someone who picked up a favor, you don't know anything.
No, I don't know anything. You're right.
Why do you know so much?
Because my family has been having dealings with them for a very long time. Now, if you don't mind.
Shut Edward Lawrence down?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he did.
I was shutting Selina down.
What?
Okay.
I roll a 9. I'm a very cold unicorn.
I know. It's
I didn't take any hot. I didn't take hot.
You got 1 hot.
I think my hot is my hot a +1 or a -1? I can't remember.
+1.
+1. Yeah, I say, yeah, my people and their people have had dealings for a very long time.
How the fuck am I supposed to know this?
You shouldn't be picking up things. And I like tap the pendant around your neck.
I didn't pick this up. It was given to me.
No strings attached, right?
I didn't say that.
All right, Noah, come with me.
We should go steal a boat. No.
So
Boat.
what are you doing to Selina, and Selina, what are you giving back to Astrid?
Oh, I think maybe reckless or foolhardy.
But accurate.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what condition shall we give to Astrid?
I've got so many.
I mean, you're already haughty, but you're being real stuck up right now. I feel like they go hand in hand. I don't know.
Maybe know it all.
Maybe inhuman?
Maybe inhuman.
Yeah, you're being a bitch. I mean, so let's just go with that.
Goody two shoes, bitch. All right.
You could lean on the inhuman and the bitch and be an ice queen.
She's not really an ice queen.
No, she's not generally, but
yeah.
Just like.
Well, now we get to steal a boat.
Like our original plan?
Well, Dunwich you can drive to Dunwich.
Oh,
it's
we
a
can
little
drive.
hamlet.
Great, we can get in the car.
so yeah.
Is Eddie going to let us do that without stealing a boat first?
We can steal a boat and sail to Dunwich. It's right up the coast.
Oh, I believe Dunwich is a little in town.
It's actually inland.
Yeah, it's
actually inland now.
Maybe Eddie.
Oh, no, wait. I got an idea.
Here's a thought, Eddie. Maybe we should bandage you up some.
Yeah, we got to do something to cover up my nose. It is not going to get better.
Well,
I mean, even if I was normal, it wouldn't get it would still need a bandage for a while, right? Broken
All right,
nose.
so I guess we're all a bit. What's everyone's thing? Deal.
Bigfoot.
Define deal.
Eddie's not living. Larry's apparently a Bigfoot. Those are a thing. I'm fucking my fairy, I guess, now.
I am a child of the forest. I'm a unicorn.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
Does it?
Because you're so beautiful and noble and other unicorn-like things.
Thank you, Edward.
So speaking of Larry as Bigfoot, I'm pretty sure that you broke a sweat.
Yeah. I've probably been sweating since we got to the temple.
Oh yeah, what do we have to do when he breaks a sweat? What's the deal?
I tell you
which person is
aroused. Ooh. Let me see something. This could be fun.
Cat can't help herself.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think Astrid.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming. So, what's my deal?
You choose one from that list.
Okay.
And Larry gets a string on you.
Musk. Well, 2 of those are absolutely not happening. 3 of those. Great.
2, 3. I wonder which one it's gonna be.
So, as we are all sort of like getting into the car or getting ready to go to our next thing, I sort of pull Lawrence to the side and I say, Lawrence, you were very brave just then.
Yeah, thanks. Anytime.
No, I mean, you were braver than I think most grown men would be under the circumstances. It was very noble.
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's a lot coming from somebody who took a fugitive from the woods into their house.
We're the family tradition.
Yeah, I can tell you got those secret rooms.
Abolition.
Yeah,
we should go.
we should. Yeah. I kind of. This is gonna sound stupid, but I think we should steal a boat. And so they think we're taking the boat
What?
and going
That's
somewhere
not
else.
stupid.
Oh, you mean as a ruse?
Yeah, we steal it. We just like turn it on and send it wherever, dive off, swim back, and then take Noah in the car.
Lawrence,
Volunteer.
that's brilliant.
If it's not too forward for me to say, Mr. Edward, perhaps a few of you could steal a boat, and the rest could drive me into Dunwich.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. So some of us will steal a
And
boat.
perhaps Edward could steal a car, and that would make him feel better too.
Well, I think
we
could
got
just-
a car. I can still steal the car later, but maybe the boat first.
Yeah. We could just take my car. I'll go get some supplies, and then we can. Well, who wants to steal the boat? I know Edward.
I can help steal the boat. I can swim.
Great.
Actually, Edward, can you swim?
You know, I grew up by the water. I can do okay.
Okay.
Edward, do you breathe?
Sometimes, but I don't have to.
Like a
It
habit.
doesn't matter if you can swim then. You can just walk on the...
Well, you might sink if you don't have air in your lungs, is the thing.
Right. So like I can breathe.
Okay.
I do breathe mostly because, you know,
You-
it looks weird
you'll
when
just have
people
to.
don't breathe.
Well, I mean, you needed to talk too, but you
Right.
know,
Exactly. I just
to
need to make
remember
sure
to do it.
Yes.
Also, we're magical creatures, I guess. So.
I mean, I have like 14 years of practice before I died, so I got good at breathing.
Well, it was not really practice, involuntary. So you know, I'm just saying, Eddie.
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see we'll see what the dice say.
Yeah.
Astrid, you want to get supplies? Where do you want to do that?
Going to my house is probably a bad idea. I guess like general store and like a department store maybe in town.
Doesn't Eddie's family own a store?
We do. It's like a convenience store more than a general store, but you know, with the black market, we have some stuff that we might not otherwise have.
Fair.
So yeah, I guess I could take you to the spa. I might like my parents though. It's not like I can take stuff, but I can't just like take all the stuff.
I mean, I can pay.
And then we're in business.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to play out like getting supplies and stuff, or if we just want to like split up and steal things. Unless Cat was able to run into people.
No, I was somewhat intrigued by this, but yeah, okay. So stealing the boat has been alluded to for so long that it must be a scene.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's me and Lawrence.
Yeah, that's you and Lawrence, and then Astrid and Selina are gonna get supplies and then drive Noah up into Dunwich. Yeah. Okay, I think we don't need to play out getting the supplies. Just note, I'll just note that you now have black market supplies.
Great. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing whatsoever. You have to get caught first.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to. I mean, as long as you're willing to lie, you could probably get out of it. Lying, which is not really an integrity thing.
People should never.
Yeah. Are you a Kantian unit? Are you governed by the categorical imperative here?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. She's never broken the rules before.
Fantastic. I think the way to do this is so you start driving up to Dunwich, and Dunwich isn't that far, but you've been doing stuff all day, so it's gonna be dusk when you sit in. It'll be night, and Dunwich is on bad roads and snowy country and far away from everything else. It's up in the woods. This is exciting. We haven't been to Dunwich before. But Noah is, I think, do you keep Noah in the trunk, or do you have him in the car with you this time?
I have him in the car with us now.
Probably.
Okay.
Just keep low.
Yeah.
Here's some blanks.
It's like I'm not sure that Dunwich is going to be all that safe. I mean, they are strange people up there.
Stranger
Heard
than the
things
people in the
about
car.
them.
There's no place that's gonna be safe, dude.
Well, I mean, back in Innsmouth, we used to tell stories about the Dunwich.
Bad stories?
Well, I mean, they were founded by witches, so.
Fair.
There's pot, meat, kettle.
Also, I feel
we are not witches. We have an ancient religion and tradition.
Yeah, and think how that looks to others.
Also, it's worth noting that the witches had legitimate grievances for their time.
I would not know anything on that, I suppose. I had enough trouble with the legitimate grievances of my own time. I so wish I could roll to shut people down. Though, actually, I do kind of feel that maybe Selina tried to shut Noah down there.
Oh, it wasn't my intention, but
okay.
Sure.
We can let it slide. All right. So, who's driving?
Me. My car.
All right. So up into the woods you go, and the roads get worse and worse, and there's no street lamps. I mean, there wasn't there. Hey, I've been in Massachusetts. They ain't always street lights on the good roads. There's none here, and you don't know the way.
Mind if I have like a quick dialogue with Astrid while roads?
Oh no, not in the slightest. Please emote away.
Yeah. So, what did I do something to upset you? Like, cause I don't know. It feels like you've been treating me like trash all day.
Oh.
And like, I don't think you realize how much I care about you, but like to see you like just feel like you're insulting me, and like when you flicked the little gift.
I'm sorry. I truly am. I didn't mean to.
Like, and then I'm like totally looking at you with like those teary eyes type thing.
Yeah. And I slow the car down and I put my hand on your hand and I'm like, I'm truly sorry. I'm just
Yeah, I totally like squeeze your hand back, and I'm gonna use my new unashamed move. Give you a string to add 3 to try to turn you on.
Okay, great.
Ooh, good. So 6 + 4, so that's a 10.
Great. And yeah, so Astrid.
Like, I don't know as much as you do, apparently, but
No, and there's no reason that you should. And I haven't been as open with you as I should have been, both in the interest of your safety and in the interest of our friendship. And I promise that I won't keep things from you again.
I'd do anything for you. So,
gosh,
just know that.
Goodness. Well, good. That's good to know. I promise that I won't treat you poorly or hide things from you again. I should have been more honest with you before now about who I am, about the things you're going through. I just didn't know how to say it. And if I was rude or hurt your feelings, I apologize. It's just everything that's happening is making me feel a little overwhelmed.
It's fair.
Which doesn't make up for your hurt feelings, but it's how I feel.
Yeah. This is a mess.
It is. And it is a mess that I got us into.
Well, I mean, shouldn't feel bad for being a good person.
No.
I'm the one that's, the bad person, so.
You're not a bad person, Selina.
I'm not a good person.
I mean, what is your definition of a good person?
Well, let's see. I knocked out Victoria's teeth because she annoyed me. I regularly steal. I regularly lie.
Okay.
I'm like almost the antithesis of you.
But you're earnest and kind and passionate and gentle with the people you care about and
vengeful, quick to anger.
Vengeance and anger are things that we enact when we feel like there has been an injustice. There is nothing wrong with either of those things when used in moderation and
yeah. Is it okay if she cuts you off by kissing you?
Yeah, totally into it.
Okay.
Totally down.
Okay.
Great, good. That's a whole set of feelings that Astrid now has.
Should I try to turn you on again? Does that matter?
I can't give myself to you here in the car. In front of Noah.
Well, obviously. But I mean, we don't have to go that far, obviously. But
right.
Well, I get. Does it make sense mechanically?
Give yourself to someone does not necessarily.
No, I meant it doesn't make sense mechanically for me to roll to turn on again with the kiss.
No, what makes sense for you mechanically is to use your sex move. Oh wait, yours is complicated.
Neither of us care about having sex.
Yeah, neither of us care about having sex.
Jesus Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Well, so I can't call that. I can't call one of their sex moves. I can call theoretically Astrid's could come into play.
Yeah, but she's driving. If we swap places.
Yeah, maybe let's just say you were driving and after we had
I pulled over.
Yeah, you pulled over, which makes perfect sense. You kissed me, that makes perfect sense. And then while we're driving after you kiss me, I lay my head in your lap.
Totes.
So yeah, you take one forward to protecting me.
Wow.
It's so cute.
Wow. Interesting. Cool. So before I cut back to Team Steal a Boat, interesting that it's now Selina driving. So Selina, it's getting cold and you don't really know the way. Ironically, one of you did know the way, but he's stealing a boat. So would you mind rolling to keep your cold for me?
Okay, I'm just writing down.
Your fear is, I'm pretty sure your fear is, well, you can tell me what your fear is. I mean, you're on a snowy road in a part of the country that you don't know. That's easy to get
Crashing
lost
is
in.
a very good fear.
Yep, so I figured.
Oh, wait. Name what I'm afraid of? Well, I did decide to wear the Fairy King's pendant. So maybe a new fear is like ending up in the Fae realm.
Interesting.
So there's a
I may bend that slightly, but yeah,
No
let's see what
problem.
happens.
I got a -1, so there's a 6.
Oh, fantastic.
Unless somebody believes in me.
Cool.
I mean, I do believe in you.
Do you really? Do you
I
believe
do.
in life after love?
I do believe in life after love. However, I roll a 4. So.
Ooh. All right.
And you're also out of integrity. That's fantastic.
I tried.
Cool. So, the following things happen. First, you put your head down on Selina's lap, and the two are snuggling, and which is probably why Selina didn't see the snowdrift that she drove to instead of taking the curve a little sharper. The car skids off the road, bounces down the side of the hill a little bit into a ditch, and smashes up against a tree. Everything goes black. When you wake up, Noah is not in the back of the car.
Oh no.
The car is not in good shape. And you recall that there is a small coffee shop you passed about 1.5 miles back near the main road. And that is the only place you know in the area that has a phone or any support or aid whatsoever. It is cold and dark. Cool. Let's cut back to Team Boat, who's obviously doing much better.
Everything's fine.
So, I had a thing I wanted to do here before we go and steal the boat. I think
go right ahead.
I go into like a gas station bathroom, and I kind of lead Eddie to it. And I'm like, okay, stay in there, and I'm gonna go get some tape and stuff for your, and go to the store and get some tape and bandages and come back and like start taping up not only his nose but like also the cuts, and I am tending to his wounds with possible erotic subtext here.
Lawrence, thanks. I really appreciate, like, you don't need to do the nose is good because that's going to show, but like the rest of it is not. It is what it is. It is kind of what it is.
You don't. This
is like.
Does it not hurt?
They don't. I mean, when they first happen, I like feel them. Like there's like I can feel it, but it doesn't hurt like it used to. That's like maybe I was gonna say one of the good things, but it's not. I mean, there's a reason I'm always getting into fights,
Yeah.
I kind of like sink down and like lay my head against Lawrence's leg, I think.
Man, that's awful. You gotta find a better way, because this. I mean, how many times can you get beat up before it just like? Can you be killed even?
It's never. I mean, I guess I'm pretty close. I don't. Excuse me. I
guess you don't want to try it.
like I only died the once. I don't know if I'm gonna. I wouldn't want to test it again but at the same time, like I feel like if I want to keep going, I got to keep fighting. You know, both like literally and obviously, you know, metaphorically too, I guess, but mostly literally.
There has to be a better way to do it. Like you're gonna, I don't know, you're gonna just. What happens if the next person you pick a fight with breaks your neck?
I think I just kind of walk around with a. Seriously, I like don't laugh at me, Larry. I'm serious here. Like I think. Like I don't know what it would take to kill me, but my body just keeps on taking these beatings, and the wounds stick around, and I keep walking.
Right, and you're stuck with it.
It's who I am now. And you know, I'm still sort of like I'm still like I'm like sitting. I don't know if you're standing or what the.
I think I'm like sitting down beside you, going, "Oh man, this is." Like, I have no idea what to. I want to do something about this, and I don't know what. Like, there isn't anything.
Look, it's like it's been, I don't know, I guess a little bit more than 2 years now. This is what it is, and it's not half bad. I'm not. Look, the time when I was underground. I mean, I guess I don't really remember it. It was just like. Nothing, but like right before, like that sensation of not being able, like still being alive and not being able to breathe or to move or to anything, it was the worst feeling ever. And now I don't have that, and I think you're morbid, and I'm gonna roll cold.
Yeah.
Seven plus 1 is 8, and I don't think I'm pursuing thrills or chaos right now, so those don't count. But what do I? What do you choose?
Do I choose?
I have a guess.
Huh. I think I promised something I think you want, which is like, let's go do this insane thing that's totally gonna like get the adrenaline going. Let's go steal a boat, and like it's gonna be awesome, and that's where we're gonna try not to get you killed or hurt. but there's
We're
always
not gonna try anything except for to steal a fucking boat. Gotta put your all into it, Larry. Otherwise, it's nothing.
All right, yeah, let's go steal a boat, and you get an extra harm off.
Oh, very nice.
Wow, you guys are adorable. So tell me how you're gonna steal a boat. I mean, there's a boat in town.
So Larry,
fishing boats mostly.
You were casing. You said you were casing out the dock earlier. Anything that seemed, exceptionally well guarded, or otherwise with a dog, maybe.
So I think here's the thing: we want to make it obvious that the boat has been stolen, but we don't want to actually get caught doing it, because then we wouldn't be able to steal it, right? So they would stop us.
Well, we don't want them to catch us, but we maybe want them to see us.
Yeah.
And maybe chase us a little bit. And then maybe we, like, dramatically fall off, and they think, oh, they're dead.
There you go, yeah. I'm totally not thinking about the fact that it's December. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't
okay.
feel cold, so I don't
so we
even
want
know.
I mean, okay, I'm pretty hairy. It'll be fine. So we want to be seen stealing it, but not... Okay, so in that case, we should go toward the end of the dock so that, like, it takes them a little bit longer to get to us. And it should be something big enough that, like, it's obvious that we're pulling out.
But small enough
but-
that the two of us can crew it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of fishing boats about that size. They're designed to be crewed by, one guy running it and a couple.
Yeah,
of
I
fishermen.
think a fishing boat is what we're going for here.
Okay.
Is there like a real bright colored one, maybe?
Yeah, with some lights, some nice running lights.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So your plan to swim back is probably not going to work for Lawrence. You will die. But it probably has some sort of, life raft. Maybe what you just need to do is like take it around the head and then row it and then put it offshore.
And then like get off
listen,
on
row it.
land.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe cut the anchor cable and let it drift. That's down by the mouth of the Miskatonic, so it'll probably drift out to sea pretty quick. Kill. Okay. Well, it's evening and it's getting near Christmas, and it's the winter, so there's not a lot going on. I guess there's still some fishing that gets done during the winter, right? Like,
Mhm.
So by this hour of the night, people are probably already going home. So you pick out a fairly brightly colored boat and climb on board. That's not hard. Do any of you have basic seamanship? I know
Yeah.
Lawrence doesn't.
I
Not
do.
really. Okay.
So under Edward's direction, you're able to, cast off. You're like, what's that mean? And you're probably like, no, cast the painter at the. Oh, fuck. So
Right. I think it's like
Um,
I think it's like a little bit bigger than what I'm used to, but I'm kind of like winging it and.
yeah. I mean, driving it, actually running the engine isn't that hard. It's probably still a single engine boat.
Yeah.
So cool. You push off from the slip and you're headed out into the roads, and it's at that point that you hear somebody thumping around down in the cabin.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go take the wheel, Lawrence. You just turn it. It's almost like a car.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay.
You'll get the feel. You got good touch. And then I go to check out, but not delicately, like not sneaky. I just like go. Who the fuck's down there?
So this like teenager or maybe early 20s kid is down on the bunk. He's like, who the fuck are you?
The guy who's stealing your boat. Who are you?
I'm Terry Hughes. I'm the first mate. Don't tell the boss I'm sleeping here. I'm in touch with my old lady, my girlfriend. Yeah, definitely my girlfriend. That's who I'm in touch with.
Oh, fuck. What are we gonna do? What am I gonna do with you now?
Yes, are you stealing my boat, kid?
Yeah,
I mean,
just said.
not my boat.
I just said I'm stealing the boat. That you can't tell anyone that. You know what? Larry, how far are we from the slip?
I don't know, a couple like football fields.
Shit.
There's people coming up the dock. We shouldn't go back.
Fuck. I guess we just keep going, Terry. You're in for a trip.
What are you gonna do with me? Is this some weird? What is this?
You're gonna shut your
Are you
face now. Is
Germans?
what you're gonna do.
Are you Germans? Are you seriously putting us out to sea? You've got the running
You are
lights
going
on.
to
What the
stop
fuck is wrong with you,
talking
kid?
Now.
What did you say?
I said you're gonna stop talking now. You are going to stop talking now.
Jawohl.
I don't know if that's a shut down roll or not, but
Yep. I think mechanically we can handle it.
I'm not sure exactly what the effect of that is in this context, but
Well, making a string on him for sure,
yeah,
which could be useful.
yeah, it's a 7, and I'm going to say this is in pursuit. This is in heedless pursuit of a hunger, which doesn't matter, but it's good to remember.
Yep. Cool. What are you gonna choose there?
What am I gonna choose? The question is, do I want a string or do I want to make him meek? I think
mechanically a string would be more useful because
right.
you offer to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the string. Yeah.
Cool. He's like, all right, I'll shut up. Tell your accomplice that he's got to lay off a little on the throttle. He's gonna grind this thing.
Shit. And I turn around and I turn around. I back up to go take the wheel. Lawrence, I think
engine, we're screwed.
I think you got to watch this guy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you take over. I just had a thought. The water's really fucking cold right now. I don't think we can swim far.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, that's not good. I mean, I'd be okay, but
would you be okay? I mean, you can still freeze.
So
bits of you can fall off.
Eddie thinks he would be okay. Whether that is accurate or not is, may or may not be true.
Please continue.
So shit. So I guess we gotta land somewhere and then just push it off. That was, I think someone suggested something like that one time. I heard a story.
Okay. Did it work in the story?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, I guess we'll find out.
Go around the head, maybe?
Yeah, we just gotta get out of sight and then, get as close to shore as we can so we don't freeze to death on the way there. And this guy, you think this guy would just take it out for us?
You want to be the captain of the boat, Terry?
It's like, you did turn off your running, right?
Oh, no. Not yet. Gotta wait till we come around the head. We want them to see us first.
We should turn them off, but so they don't see us land, though.
Yes.
Kid! Listen to me. Kingsport isn't playing the blackout right now because of Christmas. And you've got your running lights on.
Oh.
Right, yeah. That's maybe okay.
My heart is pumping.
Yeah, we should turn them off, though. Yeah.
We could leave them on a little bit longer. We don't know we're really out here, and then just 5 more minutes.
Just till we get out of sight.
Till we get out of sight, then we shut them off. It's better. It's smarter.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yep. Okay. So definitely whoever is piloting the boat, I'm going to need you to keep your right now.
I think that's me now.
Yeah,
pretty good. So that means that Lawrence is watching Terry?
Yep.
Cool. Lawrence, just a quick question. Have you been flop sweat? Have you been having flop sweat?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Terry looks at you, he's like, holy shit, you're a big one. Yeah. What's going on? Is this like some kind of weird sex thing? I mean,
What? No. No, it is not a weird sex thing.
because I mean,
Wait.
I'm sorry, I just thought you looked the type, so.
For what type steals a boat for weird sex things?
I don't know. People do all kinds of crazy things when they go cruising. I just didn't know. I mean, because if you, I mean, you're definitely my type. I'm just saying.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
100%.
Yeah. We're kind of trying to. No, it's not a weird sex thing. It's just a.
Cool. If you don't stop him, he tries to kiss you.
You know what? It keeps him busy. Sure, I'm a toy.
Cool. Fantastic. So, you rolled an 11, huh?
I did. Also, what on earth is that smell?
It's intriguing, isn't it?
A little bit, but I'm busy driving the boat trying to keep my cool.
So as much as I would love to, you are not sunk by a cruising German U-boat. I mean, that would have been over the top, but surely deserved for this crew who are making promises to supernatural beings left and right.
I come back to life every couple hours.
Yeah, I know. You'd be fine. Just wake up, half your skin burned off from the oil fire, but you'd be fine. So yeah, no, you make it around the head with no problem. In fact, you may ask me a question about the situation.
So, I think the question is, now that he's gotten cozy with Lawrence, what does Terry want? Like what?
What Terry wants is to somehow not get blamed for this.
Great. That is helpful.
And to his favor, nobody knew he was sleeping on the boat because he's not really allowed to. It's not his boat.
That is good. Thank you.
All right, so you pull around the head, drop anchor. You almost don't need to worry about cutting the cable because the tide's coming out and the boat is already turning. You probably have to drop another anchor to keep it stable. So all you have to do is slip off. Now the question is, do you take Terry with you?
I think I say to Terry, look, we could do this two ways. We can, when we cut that anchor line, we could tie you to it. Or, and I don't know, I don't even know if as I'm saying it, if it's true. But it sure seems like an exciting thing to say. Or you can get off the boat, make your way across the head back to town, and it's never happened. You weren't on the boat, no one's fault. Had a nice night. You okay with that, Lawrence?
Yeah, I think
that sounds about right. I can help you row the raft down to the shore.
Yeah, if they don't know you were on the boat, then it's just some prankster cut it loose, right?
Well, some prankster stole it, but yeah, that's what I'll tell everybody. I'll make up something about some kids stealing it. Yeah, they won't look like you.
How would you even know that?
Maybe, you know what? It was a couple Marines, maybe. That's what I'll tell people. I don't care about the Marines. Cool.
Anyway,
so without
I was just shitting you about the anchor, by the way. That was just my little.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Even Edward
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Well, that's good to know now. That's good to know now. So without too much trouble, you guys rowed ashore. The boat just starts drifting out to sea. And you part ways, and he starts hiking, and so it's rough country in this part around the head. So it's taking you a while to cut across country, which is both good and bad. It's good because you're on the shore when you see the floodlights going on down there and people running around with flashlights. It's bad because you're trapped in the woods with a bunch, and there are people with flashlights and dogs looking for you. And yeah, and a little bit of time left. I want to just see what Astrid and Selina have decided to do.
I think we get out of the car and go back to that shop.
Fantastic. It's a long walk in the cold. So what I would like both of you to do is take a home, please.
Do you have any illegal supplies to keep us less cold?
Oh, absolutely. Well, actually, I don't know. Astrid bought the supplies. So I don't know if you have like a fifth to keep yourself warm this cold night. The soundtrack for this is definitely King Wenceslas.
I think Astrid is smart enough and highbrow enough that like bringing like a flask.
Oh yeah, I mean I already have a flask. So.
Yeah, and like she went to get supplies, so like everybody has like a warm coat and like whatever, but it's still a really long walk in the cold.
Yep.
So
excellent.
Did you see my note about taking an integrity back for going back to the church?
Yes, I did. Okay. I think that's 100% correct.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
On which make the long hike through the snow.
So you come into this little coffee shop, or New Englander, but in New York they still call it a coffee shop. And it's got owner with the little stools, with the the rotating things on the posts, and a couple booths. I'm pretty sure Astrid would be the one to make the phone call since you probably some sort of insurance agreement with somebody.
Yeah.
So, Selina, you're standing there. As you're looking around, you see that there's one guy sitting in the booth. He's wearing evening clothes. Has a gold watch in his vest, which is richly brocaded, and he's just staring forlornly at a cup of clam chowder. Just looking at him like, all I wanted was a pastrami sandwich, but you just can't get a good one here. Hello, Selina. Why don't you sit down and have a cup of coffee with me?
Who are you?
I think you know who I am. You met my wife earlier today.
Oh, Joy. Great.
I think that's an excellent place to stop for the night.
Yes. That was so good.
Okay. Wow. So a lot happened.
A lot happened.
And so next week we'll wrap this all up somehow. There's a dance. You've got a molting deep one on the run.
Gonna go fine.
Yeah, the Court of the Fae are about to just go into full out war over Selina.
Yep.
So basically everything is fine.
There's some unicorn hunters. Everything's fine.
Hey, I told you everything is fine.
Nope. Too late.
Too late.
Took that string.
We all know the truth.